guys, thanks for tuning in today to my drive-by. I'm actually in Orlando, Florida right now. And it is the 27th of October. And it's about 5:53 in the morning. And it's kind of early. I'm trying to give you the best view I can here. But my monitor, I have my camera mounted a little differently. It's pointing a little bit more down. So you're not going to get as much up. You're going to get down towards the road a little, so it's still not too bad. But I hope everybody's doing great. October 2017. I wanted to bring a subject up here real quick, and this is going to be about video cards for computers. And it's more or less like the high-end, pretty much high-end video cards, where it doesn't really matter what type of video card you're using. And a few things you got to realize. Number one, and I'll bring this up, there's G-Sync and there's FreeSync. AMD cards support FreeSync, G-Sync, and video cards support. So remember that when buying a card, if you have a FreeSync monitor or a G-Sync monitor. And if you want to know what those differences are, you could just Google them or look them up, because I'm not going through that right now. But I want to let you know, like, AMD Radeon would be FreeSync. If you ran a GeForce GTX 1070, would be your G-Sync. And if you had a monitor like an Acer X34 or whatever supported G-Sync, it's supposed to be like to make your gameplay smoother. Normally choppy, it kind of buffers it. I call it like the UPS for a video card, because a UPS a lot of times will buffer the output, make it smoother. So I got a turn here on 528 West pretty soon. But let's bring up the stuff on the video cards now. They make tons of them, and video cards are expensive now, especially the higher end ones, because of mining for Ethereum and Bitcoin and these different software programs to mining. In mining's mainly they use the video cards to do processing, and then you get a certain amount of money. So you're it's like a shared computing, and you'll get some money out of the deal if you do that. So that's kind of what that is. But video cards have gone up in price because of that. They became very, very expensive, and they're going to continue to get expensive, and they probably will not stop. I'm just looking at that. It says it's a toll road, or it's not a toll road. I don't know. Because I know I didn't have a toll road when I came up here. And the ramp is closed now? No. Okay, well, eastbound to 528 is closed. I think that's talking about something else. And you're going to get a little vibrating because my my camera isn't mounted too good. So we'll try to get rid of that. Yeah, okay. But anyway, so let's bring it up again. Let's say now, okay, so video cards. I'm going to lose my track when I'm watching where I'm driving. But the video cards, so they make a ton of them. 950s, 1050s, 1060s, 1070s, 1080s, 1080 Ti, Titan X, Titan X XP. So they make a lot of different video cards for a lot of different things, for a lot of different reasons. But most of your video cards today, in the higher ranges, they use them for mining, but they use them for playing games, for video games. So let's get started here on why or why not you would actually want a certain video card. Bottom line, power. Your higher video cards are usually going to have more RAM. However, you got to watch it when you buy a video card in the higher end ones. I've seen 1080s Ti's with 8 gig of RAM. Now most of them, your quality 1080 Ti's are going to have 11 gig. Your Titans are going to have 12 gig. They have a lot of features. And then you can get into liquid cooling. You can get the foundation type video card, which it's just totally square, has a built-in fan. Or there's some other companies that make, like you could buy a EVGA 1080 Ti with 11 gig of RAM, great for gaming, overclockable, comes with 3 fans and like a skeleton type frame. And that is some of the best cooling, by the way. They've really updated with thermal pads and everything for those. Or you could go out and buy a EVGA foundation card in a 1080 Ti. You can get it with 11 or 8 or 6, but you know, you can get one in it. It will, if you've seen a foundation card, I don't know if you have or not, you can Google it. The foundation card is like what NVIDIA, you know, their trademark card. It's all one piece, you know, it's all like solid. The air sucks in through a blower and blows out to the back of your computer. Whereas some of the ones that just have a bunch of fans and a skeleton on them, they blow that heat, some of it out, but most of it into the interior of your computer, so you have to have a good cooling fan. But right now, the hot card is the 1080 Ti. There's a lot of companies that make a lot of them. And really, I was looking, there's a real cool one made by EVGA and Corsair, which is 11 gig card, and it has a built-in cooler. And it's nice. It's a built-in liquid cooler. And they're not priced, it's priced under $900. Not bad. So I see a lot of them with water blocks and stuff, but you're gonna pay $850 for the card, and then you gotta buy pumps and all this other crap to run it. I mean, there's so much other stuff to do. You're better off just getting a water cooling kit for like $99, and if you have like a foundation card, put it right on it, and it'll cool it right off. But I wanted to bring that up. There's a lot of different kind of cards. What kind of card do you need is going to really depend on if you got water cooling, depend on your case, you know. And a lot of, don't forget, water cooling is not as reliable as air cooling. It's just not. You spring a leak in a damn thing, it'll probably destroy a lot of your system, and there goes it. Air cooling is probably going to be superior. Myself, I have a liquid cooled case because I bought it that way, and it had a 360 millimeter radiator in it, so I'm using it. So hopefully I don't spring a leak. But as far as card, what card I'm going to put in there, I don't really know. If I had the money, I'd get a Titan X Gold XP. That's a deluxe card. It's like 12 gigabyte. It's Pascal. But like I say, you can also get some of the 1080 Ti's that got Pascal in them too. What I would do is, if you look at the card, if you're going to get a 1080 Ti, 1080, get the 11 gigabyte. Okay. I don't know if they make in the 1080 11, or is it just 8, or I don't know. But I know the 1080 Ti's I was looking at had 11 gigabyte of RAM in them, and the Titan X's had 12 with Pascal. And I did see some of the 1080 Ti's with Pascal. Right now, a really hot card is a 3-fan card. It's made by EVGA. It's their TFW3. Like a really nice card, and that card has got a lot of power. It's Pascal. It's got LEDs. It's just a sweet little card. But you know, no matter what you get, you really got to do your research. Myself, I would look at Amazon, and then after I see the card on Amazon, I found the card I wanted, I would go on YouTube and look at the review. And then maybe go like Google it, go to the manufacturer's website and take a look. So take it easy, guys. I hope this helped you in your search. If you're looking for just regular cheap cards, there's boxes of them out there right now. But if you get one, be careful what you get, because you don't want to get a card that was overclocked or using mining, because basically the thing is probably spent. Because the mining rigs, they run 24 hours at maximum overclock speeds, and then people just sometimes get rid of them and upgrade them. But you know, I don't know how hot they're getting, and you know, there's a lot of things. But there's a bunch of good cards for like $50 to $100 to $150 too. It just depends on what you want it for. Remember that, put in Radiant, FreeSync, NVIDIA, G-Sync. So if you get a NVIDIA card, it's not going to work with a FreeSync. If you get a Radiant card, it's not going to work with a G-Sync. So take it easy, guys. Hope that helped, and I'm off to see the wizard. Just driving. I've got about 152 miles to go, guys. I won't even get where I'm going till 8:30. It's 6:02. And I drove out this way, so I've been on the road for about 5 hours of driving since yesterday and today. I have another drive-by yet for yesterday when I was doing a discussion on Desert Eagle sites. But thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. Take it easy. Cool.